I'm unboxing the Huawei Y7 2019 phone. Actually, just got it from Amazon. And I noticed it was on sale for the red one, so it has the lowest price. Some of the other colors were more expensive, but I'm going to put a cover on it anyhow. It came in this box here. It's got 32 gigabytes memory and then 3 gigabytes of ROM. It says international version. It's supposed to take T-Mobile, and that's why I bought it. Because the reason is the phone I'm using right now is a Samsung Galaxy S5. So I've not updated my phone for quite some time, and from what I've read, this Y7 is as good as a Samsung S7, so I guess I'm going to find out. Hopefully it's better than the S5. The S5 has been a great phone, but it just seems like it's a little bit slow as compared to other people's phones. If this is a little bit speedier, then I'll be happy. Okay, I'm secure, it says. I'm secure, so I guess I know it hasn't been opened since it was manufactured. Well, it's not going to be secure very much longer.
What's rough? I hope you really dig this video. Please subscribe to the Psychoto channel. Do it.
Here it is. I'm going to compare it to the screen on my S5 real quick, so I'm going to move it up here because this is where I'm filming. It is a bigger screen. It's a little bit wider and somewhat longer. Like I said, for some reason the red was less expensive, and maybe that's because people are not as excited about it. I do want to take this cover off here, but I'm not exactly... Oh, here's something. Here we go. There's a little tab on the right there. So that makes sense. Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger screen than my S5. Has the Huawei logo there. And the Huawei logo down here, down at the bottom. Comes with a recharging cord, which of course it should. Comes with some earbuds. I don't know how great they are, but that's always nice to have an extra pair. And here's the plug to recharge it. Even has a Huawei name on there. Okay, and that looks like everything that comes in the box. Oh, except one other thing. Actually, this comes in the box too. And this, as I can see in here, has the little, I think that helps remove the SD card or the micro SD card. And then what was in here, of course, is the little brochure pamphlet. Some more information here. Oh, screen protector, it looks like. And even a rubber case, or soft plastic case, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of like a combination between rubber and plastic. I'm not sure how protective that would be. I bought another case just because I want it to be well protected, because I've seen too many phones be dropped and smashed and their screens ruined and everything else. My S5 has lasted a long time because I had an OtterBox on it. Well, it's not a bad little cover. I just still would be worried about the screen if I dropped it, because it doesn't have any, doesn't protect much out this way. I mean, I could put the screen cover on it, but from this little bit of plastic will not prevent the screen from breaking. There we go. Easy to put on, but hard to take off. Moving the power is. So here's my T-Mobile SIM card. And I think this one takes even the super mini one, so I'm probably going to have to punch it out of this little thing to make it work. Let me see here. There it is. There we go. Took a little while. So if you, this actually takes 2 SIM cards if you want it to. It can only run on one at a time, but you can put 2 in there for some reason. If you had 2 different companies, I guess you. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on. Well, it looks like my T-Mobile service is working.
Okay, so I've spent the last couple of months using the Huawei Y7 2019 Android phone. So far I really like this phone. It's fast, it's easy to use, and the battery lasts about 3 days, even with regular use of web surfing, watching videos, and playing podcasts through its speakers. Its 2 little speakers come out of the bottom of the phone rather than the back or the front face. I like this feature since they are not covered up when you set it down. It sounds fine for a phone, and it's great for talk radio podcasts. For playing music, like all phones that I've ever heard, it sounds a little tinny when it's turned up. It is louder than my old Samsung S5, which I like. I've also used it to plug into my car radio and play podcasts or music while I'm driving to work, and that works and sounds great too. The videos and photos are better than my old Samsung S5 when I use the camera. They're good enough for regular home videos and photos. The screen itself looks sharp and clear. I like the face recognition for quick opening of the phone. The only problem with this feature is when it's dark, or sometimes if you're wearing sunglasses or a hat, or you look different for some reason. But I've resolved this by being able to use my 2 index fingerprints to open the phone also. The Fingerprint Reader works terrific, much better than my old Samsung S5, which I had turned off just because it didn't work very well. The finger reader is on the back of the phone, so you can scan it while holding the phone with just one hand. When I first got the phone, I kind of thought that's a weird place to put the fingerprint reader. But as it turns out, after using it, it makes total sense because you can turn it on with just the one hand when you grab it. Also, you can save passwords for websites and open them with your fingerprint. It makes it quick and easy to log into websites like TD and Ameritrade. I really like this feature. The screen adjusts its brightness automatically, and it works pretty darn good that way, depending if you're in a dark room or a bright room. If you're out in the sun with the sun shining directly on the screen, it can be hard to see much of anything, even at the phone's brightest setting, but that's pretty normal for all phones or tablets that I've ever used in direct sunlight. One drawback about this phone is that it's not waterproof. However, my Samsung S5 was supposed to be waterproof, but it didn't seem to be. When I dropped it in the tub accidentally one time, water entered through the speaker and mic holes. I was able to pull it out fast enough so it didn't damage it, but it did have to dry out for a while. I did have a splash-proof OtterBox case on it, so that helped a lot. As of now, September 2019, there is no OtterBox case for this phone that I can find. When I bought this phone at the end of June 2019, I bought what looked like the best case for protection that I could find for it, but it wasn't waterproof or even water resistant. One concern about this phone that you are probably aware of is that it's a Chinese phone and that the Chinese might be spying on us, or spying on me. Probably not any more than Google or Apple do with their phones. But I really don't care because I'm not a government spy. I don't work for the military, and I don't work in a high-tech industry where China might want to steal secrets. If the Chinese spy on me, they'll be very bored. Apple phones are mostly made in China too. Anyway, the phone asks you if you want to use specific Huawei apps to back up your device info, etc. And you can decline these apps. I use Google to back up my phone. However, this may be no better than using the Chinese apps, since Google is building an artificial intelligence facility in Beijing right now, or they may have already completed it. I'm not sure. Also, Google will not work with our own military regarding AI, so you may have no choice at all about giving your info to the Chinese. One thing that could be improved on the Huawei Y7 2019 phone is that the volume adjustment tab is right next to the power off screen button. So you have to be careful not to accidentally hit the screen off power button when you're adjusting the volume while watching some sort of media such as Netflix or Amazon Prime, because you'll have to restart the video again. It's a little bit of a hassle, but I've almost gotten used to it to the point where it doesn't happen anymore. I just think they could have separated these two buttons on either side of the phone. Overall, like I said, I really like this phone. The battery is terrific, and it's much faster than my old Samsung S5. It also seems to be as fast as my son's S7 and my daughter's iPhone. And the price is fantastic. You could buy 6 or more of these phones for the price of a new iPhone. So if you do drop it in the water, or it breaks, just buy another one. I have dropped this phone in its case shown here a few times on concrete and hardwood, and it's had no problem so far. I paid $140 for this phone in late June. When I first started looking at it, it was selling for $130. Now it's early September 2019, and its lowest price on Amazon is $165.87. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and watch all my videos and music videos on the Psychoto channel.
Just click here to subscribe to the Psychoto channel. Well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe already. Why don't you?